Good morning. Welcome to today's New York City Council vote for the hearing on, for the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. Please silence all cell phone electronic devices. Chair, we're ready to begin.
Good morning. I'm Julie Menon, Chair of the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection, and welcome to today's vote on proposed introduction number 1193A and proposed introduction number 1308. First of all, I want to recognize my fellow committee members who are here, Councilmember Osei, Majority Leader Farias, Councilmember Abreu, Councilmember Brewer, and we'll recognize additional colleagues as they join. Proposed introduction number 1193A, sponsored by Councilmember Salam, would require home improvement contractors to disclose in writing whether there are any permits foreseeably required to perform the work specified in a contract. If so, they would need to disclose which permits are required and who's responsible for obtaining them, what actions need to be taken to obtain the permits, and how owners can verify the status of any permits. The bill would also require the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection to conduct an outreach and education campaign to raise awareness of these new requirements, and would require the Department of Buildings to conduct an outreach and education campaign on the watch list of contractors who have performed work without the required permits. Proposed introduction number 1308A, which I sponsored, would reform many of the city's business licensing laws to ease the regulatory burdens for small businesses without, of course, impacting consumer protection or enforcement. It would merge the electronic store and the electronic or home appliance service dealer licenses. Individual locksmiths and manufacturers of locks, for example, would no longer need to be licensed. The fingerprinting requirement would be eliminated for process servers, dealers in secondhand goods, as well as locksmiths. Secondhand clothing dealers and distributors for general vendors would no longer be required to be licensed, and process servers, industrial laundries, and dealer in secondhand goods would no longer be required to execute a surety bond. This bill would also eliminate fees for replacing lost or destroyed licenses so that, once again, we're making it easier on small businesses. Councilmember Salam is unable to be here, but he's asked that I read the following statement on his behalf. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to the members of the committee for allowing me to submit this statement ahead of today's vote. Intro 1193A is about protecting New Yorkers, especially homeowners and tenants, from being taken advantage of by contractors who perform work without the proper permits. Too often, families invest their hard-earned savings into home improvements, only to later discover that the work was done illegally, leading to fines, unsafe conditions, or delays when trying to sell their homes. This bill creates a clear responsibility for home improvement contractors to provide written notice outlining which permits are required, who is responsible for obtaining them, and how homeowners can verify those permits through city databases. It empowers everyday New Yorkers to make informed decisions before signing a contract. It also directs the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection and the Department of Buildings to focus on outreach and education, not just enforcement. That means plain language materials in multiple citywide languages and online tools to help residents identify licensed contractors and understand their rights. Contractors who fail to disclose permit information will face fines of up to $500 per violation. And any unlicensed contractor performing work that requires a license will face misdemeanor charges punishable by up to 6 months in jail, a $1,000 fine, or both. In a city where home renovations are costly and complex, this legislation promotes transparency, fairness, and safety while helping ensure durable homes and reducing long-term maintenance costs. I want to thank my Director of Budget and Legislative Affairs, Mahfouzallah Hossein, for his leadership in bringing this bill forward, and the committee staff for their dedication and partnership. Okay, now I'm going to ask the clerk to call the roll.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. Both items are coupled. Chair Menon.
I vote aye, and congratulations to Councilmember Salam.
Abreu.
Aye.
Brewer.
Yes.
Farias.
How about I?
Krishnan. Osei.
I vote aye.
With a vote of 5 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee.
That closes our hearing. Thank you.